Greetings, Guardian Scholars. We finished week 1 and we're moving on to week 2. So from the home page, you'll see that the to-do list will show you things that are coming up in order, but I always want you to go to modules, or if you prefer, you can go straight down to week 2 and that'll open up the correct module. So at the beginning, you'll see that there is a week 2 welcome and preview. This is something you can look at if you just want to kind of get a glance at what the whole week will be like. And then you'll see benchmark conference level 0. Now, I've met with about half of the class, so if you've already met with me, you don't need to sign up for an appointment. But if you haven't signed up and met with me yet, you'll need to go ahead and do that. It doesn't let me show you this in the screen because I'm in the student view right now, but I just wanted to point out that you go in and you can make an appointment. You do have to select, you have to go from events to book appointment, and then you have to click on my name to see the appointments that are available. And I will send you a link. Please do sign up 24 hours in advance so that I know you're coming and I'm there for you. So we'll start off the week as we typically do with a required Zoom meeting for 1 hour only, and I will give you an asynchronous alternative if you are not able to make it. I will record it, and in the recording itself I will tell you another way of showing that you are participating and actively involved. Then you'll go down to the weekly reflective journal. Actually, you can even do that before the meeting. As before, this should always take you only 15 minutes. I don't want it to take too long. So this is about building a community online. We did a discussion about community norms, and now I want you to reflect about how to build towards that effective learning community. So I do have a 15-minute timer here if you want to make sure that you don't overwhelm yourself. And as before, you click submit assignment. You can file upload, text entry, make a video, whatever you prefer to do. Well, actually, don't make a video, actually write this one. But just 15 minutes of your time. Okay. Now I can go back to the module, or I can click next. And then we're going to get to support activity research quest level 0. And this is a group assignment that we will be doing actually starting in our Zoom class on Monday. I have a link into it here too. So we will begin our work together. If you guys are able to finish it during our Zoom meeting in your breakout rooms, that's awesome. If you can't finish it, you guys can figure out a way together how to finish it later. And it's really just, I have 5 scenarios of problems that students might encounter, and then I want you guys as a group to figure out how to solve it. So for instance, if you can't finish this together in your Zoom meeting, you guys could each take one scenario and be responsible for that. And the idea is to really learn how to access the resources available at RCC. And so you'll share your solutions, including names, links, phone numbers, and why you think the information will help. Okay. We'll also be moving on to our second Flipgrid, or I guess our third Flipgrid discussion, and this one will be focused at first on the first half of Street Life that we read for Saturday. What stood out to you in his story of his early life? If you stopped reading the book at 61 halfway through, where would you predict his life story would go? And then I'd like you to share a critical question, and that is an open-ended question about the reading that can help us think more deeply. So you don't answer that yourself. You don't even have to have an answer, but some open-ended question, because I want you guys to direct these discussions and really make them more interactive as you guys are talking to each other. And then that will be due by Tuesday at 11:59, but you can do it earlier, of course. And then by the Thursday at 11:59, I'd like you to respond to another student's critical question, and please say their name so that we all know whom you're responding to, right? So if you're responding to Jasmine, you would say, so Jasmine asked this question and here's my answer to it. And then I'd like you to think about what stood out to you in the second half of Dr. Rios's memoir and why, and what do you think Dr. Rios is trying to communicate about success? Do you agree, disagree, and why? And so that's going to be our second Flipgrid discussion. Now I know that there's about, I think at least 3 to 5 of you who are having trouble. You get here and you see the top part, but you don't see this lower part. So I wanted to point out that if you are doing this on a phone, there is a code. I'll try to copy that into the Canvas discussion. And also in the email that I sent you, the wrap-up email I sent you on Sunday, I have some suggestions about what might be going on for those of you who haven't been able to access it. Okay, so moving on for the rest of the week. I also want to show you the book club crew log. I'm going to be putting you guys into book club crews today or tomorrow, and you'll be able to get to your group homepage. And the main way to do that is if you click on people, I don't know if, and then click on groups, then you'll see. Now I have not put you guys into groups yet, but your group membership will show up on this page, and then when you get there you'll be able to, you'll have a page specifically for you. Now to get back to module 2, I'm going to have to click on modules and go back to week 2. Okay, so we were there, and then that takes us all the way up to Wednesday. We will have a Zoom study room as usual from 10:30 to 11:30. This is optional. The idea is that I will be working on is having this be a really interactive time. So I will probably be putting you guys into groups to read parts of Street Life chapters 10 through 18 and maybe pick out quotes together. So definitely come prepared with either your book, or if I need to, I will send the second half as a PDF. So I'm going to be trying to figure that out tomorrow. And then we'll have 3 S's for step 2 so that we can also work together on that during our Zoom study room. And I can be walking you through how to access the Writing Center one more time. So Zoom study room on Wednesday will really be preparing you for these 3 assignments. And then Zoom study room on Friday, again, is optional. And the whole point of it will be preparing you for Writing Sprint 0. So this is the first of our timed writings. It's a short time. Some of you, I will give you a full 3 hours, but it may not take that long. Some people, it'll take them an hour. I've seen people write these in 45 minutes, but other people might take the 3 hours, and that's okay if you need that time. So we all write and read at different paces, and that doesn't actually, it's not a sign of how well you're doing. If you're faster, that doesn't necessarily mean you're better, and if you're slower, it doesn't mean you're worse. So but I do have timed writings. These are short writings that we'll be doing regularly to get better at timed writing. So that is week 2 in a nutshell. I also wanted to show you that if you go into grades, you should see grades in there already. Takes a little while sometimes. And you can also see my comments on your grades. So if you see a little sort of speech bubble, you click on it, the grade comments will come up. And you can even respond to me by adding comments. If you go into the assignment, you will see my comments here, and then you can even comment to me. And if you need to attach a file, you can choose a file and open it and attach files. The other is you can actually do a media comment, and it's a little weird. I probably won't be able to do it since I'm already using my webcam, but you can actually add a media comment. You can add an audio file, or you can add a video, and you can add a typed comment and save, and I will see that as well. Okay, so hope that helps, and if you like these videos, let me know, and I'll keep making kind of a weekly introduction if that works for you.